So you're not going to forgive the woman that aborted your child?
Oh, no, no, I'll take that one with me to my grave.
Really? At one time, and it was wrong, if, you know, and I believe you, I don't hear her side of the story, but if you're telling the truth, it was wrong. But why hold on to bitterness? What good is that doing you?
Hold on to your hate. It'll help you stay focused.
On what?
Well, see, you have to balance, man. You can't have, I love everything, I forgive everything. That's not a healthy way to live. And on the flip side of that coin, it's not okay to say, I hate this, and you want to kill everything. Neither one spectrum or the other is good to be. You have to have balance between the two.
But if you want to be free and you want total control of your own life, not being influenced by that stuff, you have to forgive. It makes you stronger, you're able to do your thing.
Forgive the ones that deserve your forgiveness. You know, some woman that murdered, you know, what was supposed to be my child is definitely not, you know, should be a recipient of my forgiveness.
Amazing.
You know?
But she has issues too, that's why she did it. And,
well, sure.
You know, wouldn't you want to be forgiven if you had done something that you know is wrong?
If I was truly remorseful for it.
Right.
But I mean, if she's not even remorseful for it, why should I grant amnesty?
At one time you did drugs, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I did my share and your share and her share and his share. I did a lot.
And why?
The euphoric feeling of doing drugs. It wasn't for any sort of compensating, or it was, you try, you're like, wow, that was really cool. I enjoyed that. But I quit doing hard street narcotics many years ago, in 1997. I still smoke marijuana every day. Every day? Every day.
Did you smoke some today?
Not yet.
Not yet?
We're waiting for the ride to the airport. I got some edibles in the car.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, your lovely California marijuana laws here have taken care of me.
So you support those marijuana laws? You think?
I mean, as a Christian, man, I mean, you could you know, agree that, you know, hey, God made weed, man made beer. Who do you trust?
But God made man.
Yeah,
that made the beer.
Yeah, well, you know, he made that plant just fine as is.
And so you say you started doing drugs because it gave you that feeling, that good feeling.
Yeah, I was an adrenaline junkie. I like roller coasters and jumping out of airplanes, anything for a rush, you know. So when I tried LSD and it sent me to another dimension, I was like, well, that was interesting. Let's do that again. You know, the drugs are only a problem when you are addicted to them and you rely on them and you need them and they control you, not you control it. You know, I rarely see anybody that's highly addicted to LSD like they are heroin or crack cocaine, or, you know, mushrooms or peyote or ayahuasca. These aren't street drugs that are robbing and stealing stores to be able to get your fix. You know, coke, crack, heroin, sure, we all know the detriments of those drugs. And as a Satanist, we believe in enhancing your life and using whatever tools, you know, bring you happiness.
Why is it that you don't have natural happiness or peace?
Oh, I do. I don't need drugs. Like
but you said as a Satanist, that's why you do it, to bring happiness.
Well, for marijuana is a medical for me. You know, I have attention deficit disorder.
Oh, sure. That's what they all say.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I have.
My back hurt. I need a little marijuana.
Yeah. No, I don't do it for pain. I do it for my mind. You know, when I was a kid, I had ADD severe cases. You know, and they had me on nortriptyline and Pamelor and Ritalin. And
wow.
I still had D's and F's in school. And when I started smoking weed, my grades went from D's and F's to A's and B's. I could sit in a chair for more than 20 minutes without fidgeting. I could stay focused and stay on task. And it was an all-natural remedy to me, that, as opposed to the horrific side effects of the pharmaceutical drugs they were prescribing me.
So was it tough for you growing up with your mother and stepfather? And that's what brought all this on?
No. I mean, we had our problems like anybody else, but, you know, a lot of that same resentment that you were referring to about not knowing your, I mean, yeah, that definitely manifested when I was 13, 14, 15 years old. But, you know, I came down off my cross, I used the wood, and I built a bridge, and I got over it.
You know, it's interesting, even though it sounds like your stepfather was a pretty decent man, right?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
Were there things you didn't like about him?
Yeah, but I'll keep that off camera. You know, that's for me and him to work out, you know. Right. We're in a very good place right now.
Have you noticed that even though he was a decent man, you had your ups and downs, inside of you, you never really accepted him, even though you say it with your mouth, with words, but in your soul, you never accepted him as your real father?
Actually, I think it was the opposite. I think inside I accepted him fully, but through my mouth, I said the opposite.
Amazing.
So
and why?
He was kind of back, because again, I never knew anything else, man. You know, he was my dad. You know, I mean, I didn't remember a time that he wasn't there. You know, I mean, how much do you remember before you were 2 years old?
Right.
Nothing.
The drugs that you used, did they control you at any point?
Yeah.
You always had control over your drugs.
I always did.
So if you wanted to stop doing marijuana or any kind of drugs, can you just stop?
Yeah.
You could stop?
Yeah, even nicotine, if I wanted to.
So you smoke cigarettes too?
No, I vape now. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
Do you know what it's like to not be high off anything?
Oh, yeah.
But just feel life and feel the pain and live your life?
For me, marijuana is kind of like you waking up in the morning having a cup of coffee. Now, if I go up to somebody that had never had a cup of coffee before, I give them coffee, they're going to be jacked up and jitter. But for guys like me and you that have our morning coffee every day, you drink your coffee and you just kind of feel, that's what marijuana is to me. I don't get high.
How many cups of marijuana do you have a day?
How much weed do I smoke a day? That's a tough question. Pretty much from the second I wake up to the second I go to bed.